Hello YouTube, my name is Lauren Sevier and today I want to talk to you about my real life WIP inspirations. Of course, I'm no longer calling it my WIP because I told all of you that my young adult fantasy novel now has a title. It is titled Songs of Autumn. Recently, I actually was in Knoxville, Tennessee for my sister-in-law's wedding. Congratulations, you guys. And it got me thinking about the last time that I was in the Smoky Mountains and in the Knoxville area. Now, this trip wasn't particularly fun for me and my husband at least because my son cut 3 teeth and traveling with an infant, as some of you or maybe most of you know, is downright awful. Anyway, so all I really had to do was think about the last trip when we could sit back and relax and drink coffee in a cabin and have a good time. Well, it was November. It was autumn in the mountains, and that's actually a lot of the scenes from Songs of Autumn is in a mountain or forest type area, right on the cusp of winter in the middle of autumn. And so I thought, wow, that was probably directly inspired by this last trip to Knoxville. So I wanted to kind of go over some of my other real life inspirations for my novel, just because as writers, I'm sure that things intentionally or unintentionally end up bleeding into our work. The first thing I want to go over are some character inspirations. So my main character, Princess Elizabeth Duncan, or known as Liz in my book, by the people that she cares about. They call her Liz. She has flaming red hair. She's got blue eyes and pale skin, and my little sister actually fits that physical description pretty well. She's got red hair that is strawberry blonde, bordering on like orange, beautiful blue eyes, and beautiful pale skin that actually tans, doesn't burn. Makes me so mad. And so, yes, she's actually a lot of the physical traits and the way that I imagine Liz to look in my head. She looks a lot like my younger sister. Also, a lot of the character traits of Liz's mom were inspired by my mom as well. My mom talks about a lot how when we would hurt as children, the hardest part for her as a parent was that she would hurt along with us. And it's that sort of when you hurt, I hurt, self-sacrificial nature that Liz's mom really has. And they have a really close relationship, which really mirrors, in my opinion, my relationship with my mother. So that was pretty much directly inspired from my own mom and my own life as well. The next one I wanted to go over were settings. So one of the first settings that we see in my book is a palace on Silver City Bay. And it's sort of this seaside palace on a beach with these wide, breezy, open doorways and just beautiful scenery. And this was actually kind of inspired by The Little Mermaid and Eric's Seaside Palace. I always wanted to live there when I was little. I wanted to be the Little Mermaid. I am obsessed with mermaids. They are my spirit animal. And so whenever I wrote where Liz grew up in this like picturesque, beautiful place, that's exactly what I imagined. A palace on the beach on this bay, you know, that basically mirrored sort of Eric's palace by the sea in The Little Mermaid, where she ended up living. And the next place I wanted to talk about is a place in my book that they actually spend a lot of time. It's called the Neitherwood because it exists neither here nor in the realm of the gods totally. So they call it the Neitherwood. It's a place of a lot of mystery and mysticism, and because it is fall, there are trees that are losing their foliage. It's a kaleidoscope of colors and a burst of life. This untouched sort of place that's a little bit forbidden to go into. And sorry if you can hear my son crying. He just woke up a little bit from a nap. He's still teething, cutting those teeth. Anyway, this was actually inspired by two different places. Like I said before, the Smoky Mountains in Knoxville, and also Tunica Hills, which is in Louisiana, where they have these hikes and these like small little waterfalls and stuff. And me and my family used to go hiking there all the time. And my husband actually went on a date hiking there once. But it's gorgeous, especially in fall. The last place I wanted to talk about was Fangorn Keep. This is where one of the secondary characters, Matt, is from and where they're trying to get to throughout the course of the book. And it is nestled in these beautiful mountains with a village and everything, sort of beneath it and everything. And this was actually inspired by the mountains in Salt Lake City, Utah. I went several times throughout my childhood skiing and, just went to visit with my family when I was younger. And recently my husband and I actually took an anniversary trip there where we went snowmobiling and we just had a great time. And we talked about the difference between the Smoky Mountains and the mountains at Salt Lake City pretty much the whole trip. Just because they are very different. And so those are some distinct things that were inspired by just different moments in my life and different places that I've been. The last thing that I want to talk to you guys about is character traits. Quirks, habits, fun little, Easter egg things that were inspired by real people in my life. So I work in cardiology in the medical field, and Liz, the main character, she has curly hair like me, not straight hair like my sister, even if it is a different color. And she does this thing where she twirls her hair around two fingers when she's deep in thought. And that's actually directly inspired by a doctor that I work with. When she's really in somebody's, medical chart and thinking really hard, she'll just twist her hair again and again and again. And her daughter even does it. And I don't know why, but I just thought that was the coolest little quirk, and it ended up being one of Liz's character traits, and I absolutely adore it. The next character trait I want to talk about is something that the other main character, Matt, does. He's got a signet ring that he wears all the time, and he frequently puts it above his knuckle and rubs it under his lip whenever he's unconsciously aware of something. My husband does this all the time. It drives me insane. And so I didn't realize until I was editing the book that I had added that in there, I guess just because I'm so used to seeing him doing it all the time. But those are kind of the fun little things that you don't really realize when you're drafting something, that when you're editing it later, you realize, oh wow, this is all stuff from my real life. And, it makes it feel more real to you, which will definitely make it feel more real to the readers. Anyway, I just felt like coming on here and telling you guys some of my inspirations just because of my recent trip and checking in with you guys. Tell me some of the stuff that bled into your WIP. Where was it inspired from your real life? I want to know about that, seriously. Comment down below. Also, don't forget my husband's birthday is coming up this Friday, June 14th. Why is that important? Because I'm doing a giveaway. I'm going to link my giveaway video down below. You don't have to watch, or subscribe to get entered to the giveaway. You just have to comment. All the details are in the description of that video. And I am going to be running that until the 14th when we pick a winner. And what will the winner win? What is the prize? Well, it is a masterclass, all access to Neil Gaiman's masterclass on writing. It's a really cool prize. I kind of want it for myself. But yes, so I'm doing that until the 14th. And if you're interested or have been interested in the past, and it was just the cost that deterred you, or you weren't really sure about doing the whole masterclass, commitment to do all the different classes or whatever, this is just the one class. You can see if you like it. It's going to be totally free if you win my giveaway. So go in the description and click the link and do the thing and ring the bell and all those whatever wonderful things that you do on YouTube. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this inspired you to share a little bit about some of the things that inspired your WIP, and I hope you have a great night. Bye, guys.